All right, we're looking at arithmetic series this video. Arithmetic series. This is the sum of a series. Now what a series is when you have a sequence of numbers like 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, and so on. Okay? This is a sequence. A series is this right here. When you're adding these numbers together, this is a series. All right, the sum of this series is right here. Let's suppose I want to add these up. I can add them up. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 7 is 12, plus 10 is 22, plus 13 is 35. This is the sum of the series right here, 35. All right, here's what the formula says. The sum of a series, which in this case, let me move this up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 numbers. So the sum of these 5 numbers equals 5 divided by 2 times the first number, which in this case is 1, plus the last number, which in this case is 13. Okay? And then I should just be able to punch that in. Let's see here. 5 divided by 2 times 1 plus 13. And look there, I get 35. Now, in this case right here, I could just add those up and get 35. I really don't have to use this formula. But what if I wanted the sum of the first 50 numbers? Then that would be more complicated to do it this way. It'd be best to use the formula. Okay. Now, let's do some problems here and see what we got going on. Okay. So, find the sum of the first n terms of the following arithmetic sequence. 15, 60, 105, and n is 8. So I want to find the sum of the first 8 numbers. All right, well first I got to figure out what my 8th number would be. So I could do that by a sub 8 equals a sub 1 plus my d, which this goes up, looks like 45, and then 8 minus 1. This is the formula for sequences that we just did prior to this, this lesson. A sub 1 is 15 here. I didn't put the 15 in. My first term is 15, so this should be a 15 right here. Okay, so I can just type this in now. 15 plus 45 times 8 minus 1, which is 330. So the 8th term is 330. All right, so now I can find the sum of these 8 numbers is going to be 8 divided by 2 times the first number, which is 15, plus the 8th number, which we just figured out was 330. And then I can just type this in. So, okay, so 8 divided by 2 times 15 plus 330 comes out to be 1380. And there's the sum of this series. That's the sum of the first 8 numbers of this sequence. Okay. Here's another one. Find the sum of the first 158 positive numbers. Okay. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way up to 158. Okay. So we're ready for this. The sum of these 158 numbers is going to be 158 divided by 2 times the first number, which is 1, plus the last number, which is 158. So now just type this in. So let's see here. Okay, 158 divided by 2 times 1 plus 158. And it looks like 12,561. Here's my answer. All right, number 3 says, find the sum of the first 354 positive odd integers. Positive odd integers. Okay. So let's see here. The sum of these 354 numbers is going to be, well, there's 354 divided by 2 times the first one. Well, it's the first positive odd. So the first one's 1. Plus, now the last one though I don't know, so I need to figure that out. So let's come over here and let's find a sub 354. we'll find the 354th term. All right, that's going to be the first term, which is 1, plus my d. Well, these odd integers, they go up by 2 each time. See, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, they go up by 2 every time. And this will be 354, minus 1. Okay, so this is just the formula for a sequence. So this is going to be 1 plus 2 times 354 minus 1. And that's 689. So this number is 689. This is the 354th number. Okay. Okay. Now, I thought I had a mistake there. I accidentally reversed my number. So let me go back in here. It didn't look right. There you go, 707. All right, so now I can punch that in. So 354 divided by 2, and then in parentheses 1 plus 707. And that comes out to be, a big number, 125,316. Okay. The next one says find the sum of the first 142 positive multiples of 4. All right, so the sum of these 142 numbers is going to be 142 divided by 2 times the first one, which is 4, and multiples of 4, like 4, see 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, so on. Okay. But the 142nd one, I don't know what that is, so I need to come over here now. I need to find the 142nd term of this. Okay, so that means that's going to be the first term, which would be 4. The first multiple of 4 is 4, plus my common difference is 4. They go up 4 each time, and this will be 142 minus 1. So I just punched that in the calculator. 4 plus 4 times 142 minus 1, and that's 568. So this last number is 568. And now I can just type this in. 142 divided by 2 times 4 plus 568. And that comes out to 40612. There's my answer. So that's what all these numbers add up to. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, all the way to the 142nd multiple. They'll all add up to this. Okay. All right, this one says find the sum of the first n terms of the following arithmetic sequence. Okay, so n is 8. So I want to find the sum of these 8 terms. All right, that's going to be 8 divided by 2 times the first one, which is negative 12, plus the 8th one, which we don't know the 8th one. So I need to come over here and figure out what the 8th term is. The 8th term is going to be negative 12 plus my common difference, and then it's going to be 8 minus 1. All right, so I think this is 9. The 8th term is 9, so that's 9. And now I can punch this in. 8, clear it off. 8 divided by 2 times negative 12 plus 9, and there you go, negative 12. So if I add these up, it's negative 12. Let's check this one. I'm just kind of curious. Are we right here? All right, so the first term is negative 12. My difference is 3, so the next one is negative 9. And then negative 6, and then negative 3. And then 0. It's 8 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 3 more, so 3, 6, and 9. So there they are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's all 8 of them. Well, look, negative 9 and positive 9 cancel. Negative 6 and 6 cancel. These cancel. So I have negative 12 plus 0, which is negative 12. So this is right. Okay. Number 6. Find the sum of the first n terms of this sequence. Well, n is 12. So we want the sum of these 12 numbers. Well, it's going to be 12 divided by 2 times the first one, which is 68, plus the last one, which we don't know the last one. It's just kind of like the last problem we just did. So that means the 12th term is going to be the first term plus my difference times 12 minus 1. Okay, I'll just type that in. So 68 plus negative 27 times 12 minus 1, and that's negative 229. All right, that's the 12th term, so that's here. And now we punch this in. So 12 divided by 2 times 68 plus negative 229. Negative 966. Okay. Number 7, find the sum of the first n terms of this one. Well, n is 8 here, so we want the sum of these 8 numbers. It's going to be 8 divided by 2 times the first one, which is negative 34, plus the last one, which we don't know here. Now, what I can do, 1, 2, 3, 4, I can just add them up and figure out the, but I'm going to do it the same way. A sub 8 is going to be the first term plus 8. I'm sorry. This is going up 18, not 8. It's going up 18. And this is going to be 8 minus 1. All right, so negative 34 plus 18 times 8 minus 1, 92. Oh, I'm sorry, 92 here. Almost made a mistake. So the 8th term is 92. Now, what's my sum? All right, so I'm going to have 8 divided by 2 times negative 34 plus 92, and that's 232. There's my sum. Okay. Now, look at this right here. We got some sigma notation. Now basically what this means find the sum of the numbers from 1 to 6, the first 6 numbers, basically what that is. So if I put 1 in, 1 plus 2 would be 3, there's the first number. If I put 2 in, 2 plus 2 is 4. If I put 3 in, 3 plus 2 is 5. If I put 4 in, 4 plus 2 is 6. If I put 5 in, 5 plus 2 is 7. If I put 6 in, 6 plus 2 is 8. And there's my numbers, and actually I'm supposed to be plussing these, because that's what this means, to add them up. So I'm adding up these numbers here is what I'm doing. All right, well, if I add them up, 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 5 is 12, 18, 25, 33. I get 33. There's my answer. So that's the answer to this. But let's do it with the formula. So I want to find the sum of from 1 to 6. All right, basically 6 minus 0 is 6. So I'm going to find the sum of these 6 numbers, which is going to be 6 divided by 2 times the first one, which is 3, plus the last one, which is 8. Okay. So if I type that in, 6 divided by 2 times 3 plus 8, 33. So we were right, 33 is the answer. Now, how do I get these numbers here? If I put 1 in, 1 plus 2 is 3. If I put 6 in, 6 plus 2 is 8. So let's do that on this one. We're going to find the sum of these 12 minus 0 is 12 terms. That's 12 divided by 2. The first term, if I put 1 in, 4 times 1 is 4. Now, the reason I'm doing 12 minus 0 to put 12 here, because some of these may not have a 1 here. They may have different numbers. So you have to just subtract the number before. We'll get to one like that in a minute. All right, so if I put 1 in, 4 times 1 is 4, plus 5 would be 9. There's my first number. Plus my last number, I put 12 in, so 4 times 12 is 48, plus 5 is 53. And there you go. So just type it in. Okay, so I got 12 divided by 2 times 9 plus 53, and it's 372. Okay. All right, here's another one, number 10. Evaluate this one. Well, 15 minus 0 is 15, so we're finding the sum of these 15 numbers, which is 15 divided by 2. The first one, if I put 1 in, negative 3 minus 5 times 1 would be negative 8. If I put 15 in, negative 3 minus 5 times 15, that's negative 78. Okay, and so let's see here. 15 divided by 2 times negative 8 plus negative 78, negative 645. Okay. Number 12, we got a couple more of these. All right, see here, this has a 2, so now I got to do 18 minus 1, which is 17. I'm going to find the sum of these 17 numbers. So that's why you got to subtract the number before that. If it's 1, just the top number, but since that's a 2, I got to do 18 minus 1, which is 17. And so if I put 2 in, 2 times 2 is 4. See, I'm putting this number in. 2 times 2 is 4, minus 7 is negative 3. If I put 18 in, 2 times 18 is 36, minus 7 is 29. Oh. I didn't, let me write it again. I didn't put my 17 over 2. There you go, I left it out. So now I can type it in. So 17 divided by 2 times negative 3 plus 29, and that's 221. Okay. On this one, 19 minus 1 is 18, so we're going to find the sum of these 18 numbers, which is 18 divided by 2 times the first one. If I put 2 in, 8 times 2 is 16, minus 3 is 13. If I put 19 in, all right, let's do that here on the calculator. 8 times 19 minus 3 is 149. Okay, so again, 19 minus 1 is 18. There's 18 numbers here, divided by 2. If I put 2 in, I get 13. If I put 19 in, I get 149. And now just type this on the calculator. $14.58. Okay. There's another one. Evaluate this sum. All right, so 2,400 minus 0. We're going to find the sum of these 2,400 numbers. It's going to be 2,400 divided by 2 times the first one. So if I put 1 in there, 1 plus 2 is 3. If I put 2,400 in there, 2,400 plus 2 is 2,402. Okay, so punch it in there. 2,400 divided by 2 times 3 plus 2,402. Okay, 2,886,000. And there it is. 2,886,000. All right, here's a couple word problems. On this first one, John does 16 push-ups on the first day of a 30-day month. And then he increases the number of push-ups by 2 push-ups a day. So he does 2 more push-ups each day. How many push-ups has he done by the end of the month? Okay, so we're going to find the sum of these 30 days in the month, which is going to be 30 divided by 2 times the first day, which he's doing 16, plus the 30th day, which we don't know that. So we're going to have to come over here and figure out what the 30th number would be. The first number is 16. This is going up 2 per day, and this is going to be 30 minus 1. 74. I did it in my head. All right, so okay, 30 divided by 2 times 16 plus 74, and it comes up to 1350. So there's how many push-ups he ended up doing the whole month. 1,350. Okay, last one here, a stack of poles has 15 poles in the bottom row, 14 poles in the next row, and so on, with 6 poles in the top row. How many poles are there in the whole stack? Okay. All right, so we're going to find, all right, this is going from 15 to 6. Okay, so I can probably write it out like this, but that may confuse you. So if I do 15 minus 5, that's 10. So there's 10 stacks. There's 10, 10 rows, they're calling them. See, 15 minus 5, I gotta do one less. 15 minus 5 means there's 10 rows. All right, so we want to find the sum of these 10 rows, which is 10 divided by 2. On the first one, there's 15. On the last one, there's 6. Okay. So just punch this in. 10 divided by 2 times 15 plus 6, 105. There's 105 poles in the stack. Okay. And anyway, that's it. That's Arithmetic Series. So if you need some help, contact me. I'll try to help you all I can. Have a good rest of the day.